Number 1. Let me just take a quick moment, guys, because I do have to sort out the names here for you guys, just so we know who is who. Get this one up as well, and just rename it to uThermal. Perfect. Just needs a little bit of resizing. I'm going to have to maximize my XSplit. 1 second, guys. Just while I sort this out for us. uThermal. Good, and Haas. Good, alright. Sorry about that, guys. Obviously, some of the players here do not have their real IDs on the Korean server. As we kick this off, let's introduce our players then. Down to the bottom right-hand side of the map. Our blue Protoss player is going to be Haas. And what crazy shenanigans is he going to go for this game? Will he even get to use them? Because to the bottom right side of the map, we have a barracks being made from the player who spawns to the top left-hand side of the map in red from AT Gaming. Ladies, gentlemen, let's hear it if you're cheering on the Dutch player, uThermal, your recent IEM Shanghai champion, and now looking to take down Haas in the winners match to move into the quarterfinals of this event cleanly and easily. Haas already builds a pile onto the left-hand side, and this is how we go. One base on one base. This was very similar, I think, to actually what happened between uThermal and Neeb in IEM Shanghai, I believe, on this map. Neeb went for like a faster Stargate than usual and kind of delayed his Nexus a little bit. I think it's very similar to what Haas is looking to maybe get done here as the first Reaper on the way out from uThermal. One base against one base, though, I generally prefer the Terran's position, because generally the Terran will have Cyclones, tanks, Medivacs, Liberators. All of those units are very good at dealing with aggression from the Protoss player. If this is going to be a Stargate over here, then, I mean, there'll be a Cyclone out at home in plenty of time to set this up, as Haas comes in and scouts, sees no racks, so has to be aware of something going on. And there's the Stargate going down for him nonetheless. As first Reaper comes in, let's see what damage uThermal can get done with this right now. As he runs on in, and looks to get some damage done. First probe taking some damage already, going to get killed off here as probes get pulled to fight against this. First probe dead, and the second probe taking damage. Probes will pull in to try and help. Nice grenade, going to make sure he gets at least one more worker kill. Miss micro though, misses the shot on it, and still missing the shot there, but you will get one more. And that's 3 workers killed initially, and he gets one more on the way out as well. No, he doesn't. Wow, I thought that one was going to go down. But some good shots. 3 workers killed is definitely not bad. He's got that factory at home, tech lab on the way, Stargate building to the left-hand side. uThermal sees no natural expansion, so he's got a very good idea that this is now going to be something like a proxy Stargate. As you see now, 2 Reapers coming forwards, and they're going to try and get some more damage done as well. Just try and work their way against this Adept. Look at that kiting. Working out very well for him so far with these 2 Reapers. Haas can start taking the gold base. uThermal begins to fly his barracks back home. There's the starport coming in. The follow-up to this will generally probably be a Cloak Banshee. As especially as he sees nothing in the main, he'll know it's not Robo, so he'll go Cloak Banshee rather than Proxy Liberator. As we do see, well, Haas has the Stargate. He's actually going to go into a Phoenix straight away, so straight into Phoenix here. You see uThermal still kiting that Adept, taking some more damage, down to half health now with shields lost. As uThermal comes in, he's going to spot the gold base coming up, so he knows this now. Knows what this is going to be. As I see the Cyclone popping out. Another Cyclone building as well. And it's actually going to be a Liberator. Oh, it's unfortunate for uThermal, because actually the Liberator is not going to be as effective as a kind of a Cloak Banshee would be in this scenario. So, a little bit unfortunate. Is some way you can kind of change things up, though. As we see that Adept continuing to take a little bit more damage right now. Mothership Core still just in the main base here, patrolling side to side, keeping an eye on anything coming into this main in the near future, as this Rax continuing to head up towards the upper left side now. That Nexus does finish up from Haas. I'm going to see a probe starting up here, and we're just going to be seeing a couple of Reapers continue to trade with this Adept. So a couple of Reapers continue to trade. That Adept now going down. I'm going to be seeing these Reapers drop a grenade or two and continue to get a little bit more damage done. Phoenix lifting one of these Reapers up, and I'm going to be seeing both of those Reapers actually going down there. And that's going to be uThermal being like, oh crap. Well, my Liberator now is not going to be as effective as I wanted it to be. And Haas actually comes out of this in a fairly decent position. He's on a gold base over here. And yeah, he's on a gold base over here. We've got that Liberator to the right side still. We've got a starport coming back over to the top side. 2 more barracks being added on. And that first barracks of the game is actually coming over here now too. 2 Cyclones. That's unfortunate as well, though. I mean, Cyclones are not the best to have against Phoenix. Phoenix are very good at lifting up Cyclones and so on, especially with nothing to kind of back them up either. You're going to see Cyclones locking onto both of those Phoenix. They're not going to stick around, though. As the Liberator thinking about coming in, I mean, he sees the Phoenix across the map, so he could actually get some good damage done with this now. Liberator finding an opportunity, and he does go into a Cloak Banshee behind this, so still no Robo from Haas, and so the delayed Cloak Banshee could still be very effective in this. There's that Liberator sieging up, and Haas is already starting to lose one worker. Nothing else just yet, but he loses a lot of mining time. That's 16 plus workers now not mining, as the Phoenix begin their long journey back home. The Twilight Council gets me very worried for Haas because it makes me think he's never going to build a Robo facility in this game. If that's going to be the case, then, well, these Banshees are going to have the time of their lives if they come in here with Cloak. 5 workers go down in the end, Haas pulling back in a little bit early. As we'll see, uThermal going into a couple of Widow Mines back at home. And we'll use them to help defend as they start starting up his natural command center into an orbital now. Again, the fact that he's behind on a gold base, though, means Haas has a lot more mining. Oh, look at that! Haas finds the starport over here. uThermal very fortunate to have moved the Banshee away already, but now Haas will know to start up some kind of detection. He's going to start an Oracle to begin with. Does this Banshee finish up? I mean, 15 seconds. Banshee finishes up after the cloak, so you will be able to immediately cloak. And actually, this first Banshee coming across will get some damage done already. Might even pull the Phoenix away. So this is actually going to be okay for uThermal here. This is actually going to turn out okay for him overall, because he's going to start picking off workers on the gold base, deny mining on the gold, which is very important too. He's going to have the cloak finishing, and the second Banshee is going to pop out in plenty of time as well, so oh, this is painful, because now the Oracle comes in, it uses its first revelation on this Banshee after it's already killed 6 workers, and then the second Banshee goes into the main, and there's no detection for that. That's why you need the Robo. As we see uThermal, 8 workers killed, second Banshee into the main base right now, and again, there's no detection just yet, so this is more damage for uThermal right here, as Haas drops a gateway across the map. Here comes this next Banshee. uThermal will wait as long as possible to cloak up to make sure he gets the most energy out of this as he can, and make the most of it. As you see now, 11 workers, 12 workers killed, and it just keeps on rising. This Cloak Banshee play is working out wonderfully for him. The delayed tech into this, and again, the Oracle just doesn't have the energy yet. He's got to wait for the Observer to come out, and well, this Banshee has a long time where it's going to be cloaked up, and you can just see Haas now running his workers back through this Banshee. Banshee will continue to chase here. Could go back towards the gold base. Oracle, 13 energy to go, as the Banshee still has 20 energy on it, so still got some good time left over. And I mean, back at home, uThermal set up with lots of Widow Mines, plenty of Marines as well. He's even got Stim Pack finished. He's very well set up right now, as we're going to see this Banshee picking off one more worker, and he begins to escape down to the south, spotted by Haas. Haas will clean this up, drops the Revelation just as the Banshee comes out of Cloak. Painful, because now there's another Banshee in the gold base again, and so more damage done this time. There's an Observer here, but the Phoenix aren't here yet. uThermal up to 23 workers killed recently, and that's going to be 24 before he falls. 24 workers go down. This medevac comes out, boosts the waste. He has a medevac now out as well to help him with this. There's a starport will lift and relocate. Yeah, last time uThermal did this, he actually rebuilt the reactor like over to the right hand side or so. As we are going to be seeing that medevac continue to come up towards the upper left side. Adepts moving forwards, we're going to see this Phoenix moving up towards the top side of the map as well. Cyclone Marines and 2 Marauders are joining up together, looking to see what they can get up to. The Cyclone moving forwards here, and just going to be seeing these Marines stimming. I'm just going to be seeing, again, Phoenix taking a little bit more damage there right now. And then backing away over to the right side. Marines Marauders coming down through the center of the map once again. I'm just going to be seeing the few Adepts here from our Protoss player. And these few Adepts continue to see what exactly they might be able to get up to. Adepts shading forwards, and we'll jump into that mineral line for a couple of moments here. I was going to see Marines stimming forward. Cyclone is locked on, picks off that Adept. And again, we're going to be seeing continue to move forwards right now. These Marines are going to be looking to pick off a pylon. I mean, so many Adepts here, but the reality is that uThermal just has so much bio, although the Phoenix coming in, starting to pick away at this a little bit. Is uThermal maybe being a little bit overly aggressive? Well, perhaps. 2 more medevacs on the way back at home. He has a good amount of reinforcements at home. He's still in a heavy lead, still 10 workers ahead, still ahead in army supply, plus 1 is on the way for him too. He's got a 3rd command center. And the thing is as well, Haas has a gold base, but Haas's gold base mines out a lot faster than a normal base would. So while it's not mining out yet, worth keeping in mind that that base will mine out faster, and so he will have to go into a 3rd sooner to make up for that mining out. So we do see him just dropping down the natural expansion. He is just going to be taking that as his 3rd base, of course, as we see Phoenix coming across the map again. uThermal once again looking as though he's maybe ready to move out onto the map himself. Oh, unfortunate medevac getting caught there, as it actually is the starport which landed over here. I mean, maybe that medevac came out of. Either way, Starboard is reacted over here too, as uThermal pulls in towards his own gold base now. So uThermal about to get that boost of economy, which Haas has maybe been using to keep himself in the game. You can see the income is actually fairly similar, despite the worker deficit. So, as uThermal sets up into this gold base, that's going to change, and now uThermal will be producing even more units to add on to what is already a lead for him. And +1 upgrade about to finish too, and it really is just mass adept right now with a few Phoenix as well to try and make something happen. There's plenty of Widow Mines though. I love the fact uThermal's so spread out, ready to kind of engage from any direction. First Widow Mine goes off on the Oracle. Here come the Adepts. uThermal will clump up together. He begins to fight this. I mean, this is going to be one of the better situations for uThermal with the +1 just finishing. I mean, it's a perfect time for him to fight, and you can just see Haas does not have enough. He types out the GG. uThermal takes game. As we jump into this, guys, give me a quick moment just to very quickly rearrange the names of the players here. Haas to the top, uThermal to the bottom. Perfect. Alright, no, I don't need to... Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Misclick. Misclick. Alright. So, let's jump into this. To the top left-hand side of the map, our blue Protoss player is going to be the Taiwanese legend Haas. And he's going to be going up against the player to the bottom right-hand side, our red Terran from AT Gaming. It is uThermal. Heard Wardy's mother also calls him Wardy. Not with two eyes, she doesn't. Not with two eyes, she doesn't. Look at Haas. He's very aware that uThermal might try and proxy here on this map once again, but not going to be the case. uThermal is building his barracks in a true, honest position. Not going to go for any crazy shenanigans right at the start of this game, as Haas maybe will, because he is once again on a double gas opening. So Haas is again maybe looking to get aggressive right from the get-go and maybe go super proxy or, super all-in with the proxy this time around. Maybe not even go for kind of a Stargate, but maybe like a Robo or something. Depends. Look at this. He's going to build his pylon all the way over here. I'd be surprised if uThermal doesn't scout for it, though. I mean, he's playing Haas, and actually uThermal is still going to go for... He was gas first, so he's going to go for a factory opening too, which will again help him to shut down any sort of aggression Haas might go for. So, let's see how this goes. Haas comes in, spots there's no expansion just yet. uThermal will come across the map also, will spot no expansion. I mean, it's always a weird series when Haas is playing. I think uThermal is preparing well against him, though. I mean, he's playing kind of... look at this. Haas doesn't even use that pylon. He actually just backs away with his probe. That's pretty crazy. So maybe just backing away because he sees this one base on one base. And actually we're just going to be seeing the Stargate coming down in his base. Why proxy the pylon then? Why proxy the pylon? That's pretty crazy. As we're going to be seeing the couple of Marines coming out and just looking to... dogs. Every time. Every time. Can I shut my door? Is it close enough? Oh, didn't shut because of the wind. God damn it. Probe going to go down here. Adept comes out though. Another Marine coming to join the fight. uThermal will start to fight against this. Wants to pull back though, actually. He does have an SCV scanner around for proxies. There is the Stargate about to finish back at home. And as we're going to be seeing, the bunker just being loaded up with a couple of Marines. Starport finishes here and the medevac will begin as well. So medevac starts on up. And uThermal with the bunker on the high ground. He still hasn't expanded himself. I imagine he's got a Widow Mine, right? Yeah, mixed into the mineral line here. Actually, he's sitting behind that refinery, so... Widow Mine just moving around, going to reburrow herself, relocate. As we see, Haas has got a Phoenix out again. He keeps opening Phoenix every single game today, more or less. He's opened Phoenix against one, apart from one of the PvPs. As we're just going to be seeing this Phoenix coming across the map and just having a look around here to see what's going to be going on. Someone asking if uThermal is playing from Shanghai. Yes, he is, because this is a offline event. So this is actually played offline. All these players are in Shanghai, still competing. As we have uThermal with a Widow Mine drop coming across the map. It was just in a Phoenix. I mean, he's fairly safe. Expands in his base as well. I mean, it's a hard game to kind of analyze because basically players are kind of... I mean, Haas is playing weird. He's sort of playing into the mind game of, I'm Haas and you're going to play defensively against me. So he's actually going to be... yeah, using that to kind of... he's kind of going to use that against uThermal in a way, because he says, well, yeah, I'm going to play somewhat aggressively, but actually I'm just going to go into Phoenix and so on. And see how I do, once again. So, you see uThermal expanding his base, for example. That'll slow him down a little bit. Going into 2 more barracks now. Another Widow Mine, another medevac. Currently on the way out. Engineering base starting up as well. uThermal. Medevac's still positioned here just to the top side of the map, still just staying away just in case there is Phoenix, so maybe just waiting for the right opportunity to get into this mineral line and get damage done. Robo is up for Haas as well though, and I mean Haas is up on 2 bases now, so what exactly is the plan for him in the long run? I'm not too sure. Robo doesn't really suggest anything too aggressive unless he goes for a kind of huge amount of gateway production and gets that War Prism out as well. Also a possibility. As we're going to be seeing the Medevac coming in towards the natural expansion. Going to be seeing a probe getting taken down there. And not too much damage done in the end there, but the Medevac gets away, which is nice. We see another Widowmine actually in the main base, which gets 2 worker kills. Oh, sorry, 1 worker kill as well. So 1 worker kill apiece for Widowmines. Not the best, but again, the Medevac's escape for now, which is good as he boosts away trying to escape from those Phoenix. And again, for now, he will be out of there. Another Widowmine and Medevac coming across once more, as those Phoenix do start to split up to give chase. What's going on for uThermal back at home? Well, Stim has started. He's onto a lot of marine production. Reactor and the Tech Lab building. Interesting that he goes Tech Lab. Maybe he goes for a Raven. But against Phoenix, I don't know how the Raven plays out. Widowmine again. Not going to get him too many kills here. Oh, Haas. Ooh. Good response, actually. As uThermal going to do the same again. Doesn't actually get a single kill there, but good little idea for some more manning time. Could have worked out if Haas wasn't paying attention there. Interesting, the stop just going to swap onto the reactor and the factory onto the tech lab, so uThermal going to go for this classic marine tank play. This is something he's been using a lot in the TvP lately, and you basically just go for kind of marine tank, right? I mean, there's not much to say about it. You go marine tank, and it can work out very well. It's a very powerful army composition, especially against something like Phoenix Adept, like what Haas is playing. I'm just going to be seeing this group of Phoenix go in. I'm just going to be seeing these Phoenix coming down the right hand side. Phoenix coming in once again, just going to be having a look to see what's going to be going on. And looking to get some damage done. So 4 or 5 workers getting killed off here. 10 workers being picked off in total. So 10 workers being picked away. We're going to see +1 weapons coming in. But, I mean, 10 workers is huge. But another Widowmine gets 5 kills. I'm surprised uThermal doesn't have actually any kind of anti-air in the main base mineral line, like no turret or anything. Very interesting as the Phoenix will begin to back away now towards the top side of the map. I'm just going to be seeing Marines, tanks joining up together. So, you're just collecting and uThermal. I mean, I think uThermal's still in a good spot here. I still like his army composition against what Haas is going for. He's got 1 upgrade start, and his third base is not too far behind the third of the Protoss player. Haas just kind of going +1 and into resonating glyphs as well. uThermal actually going to lose up a double Medevac drop. Now that's very risky when there is Phoenix on the map, but he does know where the Phoenix are, and he's very confident he can get past them, so he's going to have this double Medevac drop looking to get something done for him here in the near future. As we'll just have another tank coming down the ramp. And we'll just see those Phoenix from Haas coming back in once again. We're going to see a couple of Phoenix coming in and using their lifts to get a few worker kills once more. But again, what is there to defend this 16 marine drop? I'm not too sure. If uThermal drops just out of range, you could get a lot of damage done towards the third base. I mean, there's some adepts. They do have glaives, so I guess they're going to be somewhat effective. Phoenix getting deflected by some marines this time around. As these marines stim in, let's see how much damage Haas takes. Already a few workers going to be going down almost immediately here. Adepts are shading forwards on top of this. Actually, the first adept goes down very quickly. uThermal lifts, goes to the main. And so he's just going to jump around, stay away from the adepts. Some adepts begin to warp in here. uThermal says, well, you know what, I just don't think you have enough just yet. And so he will fight these. He'll take down 4 adepts very easily. He completely outnumbers his opponent right now as his third base moves into position as well. There's Phoenix coming back across the map to try and help out. This Phoenix will go down though, and uThermal will continue to take good trades right now. He gets another Phoenix kill as well. This one drop is doing so much damage, it's really starting to hurt Haas. Overcharge will come back into play again. He knows these Phoenix are going to kind of kill his Medevacs eventually, unless he kills all the Phoenix, which is kind of starting to happen. 2 Phoenix left, Medevacs are still alive. uThermal, how much is he going to do with this drop? It just doesn't end. It's still going on. More probes going down. Oh man, and the Medevacs are still alive. Haas has just fallen completely apart to one single 2 Medevac drop. And a few more workers going to get targeted down at the very end of this. uThermal has been extremely successful with this first drop. I was skeptical about it. I didn't really think it was going to do so well, but it worked wonderfully. It did so much. I mean, that's 13 workers killed, multiple Phoenix, multiple Adepts, lost mining time as well. uThermal says it works so well, I'm going to go and do it again. 2 more medevacs load up, starting to move across the map to, again, try and get damage done just like that. And without the Phoenix now, this defense is going to become so much harder for Haas. So much harder. uThermal on his way to his second 2 of the day, which would mean he's going to net himself about $2,500 just from these 2 best-of-3 victories. And moves on into the round of 8 to try and win some more as well. As we're going to see these Adepts shading through. It is a bit of an attack coming in from Haas right now. He doesn't commit to it just yet. There's drop across the map once more. There's nothing really in position. I'm not sure where the Mothership Core is exactly. Is the Mothership Core dead even? The Mothership Core is not alive anymore. He killed that as well in that last attack. As we'll see, these Adepts will commit this time around. They get past the tanks, but uThermal's going to kill off the third base. At the same time, his third base is under attack too, but Marines are in position here. Starting a trade. Needs to maybe pull back in towards his tank line. Get some extra splash damage onto those Adepts. He's losing SCVs, but losing SCVs is the least of his worries, realistically. Well, it doesn't really matter too much. He's losing a lot, but he's got so much damage coming in across the map as well. He's killed the third base. His Marines continue to stream out and reinforcing, so he'll eventually clean this up. He can rebuild workers. It's very hard for Haas to just rebuild a third base and kind of come back into this game. uThermal sits 62 army supply over 34. It might even be the time now for him to just load up, go across the map, and get aggressive once again. As we're going to be seeing, well, I mean, he's got a good amount of tanks, he's got a good amount of Marines, he's got 1-1 against just +1, he's free base against 2, he could also just sit back for a while. That would also be something he could get away with here. This one tank is on a little bit of a journey on its own, does get picked off there unfortunately. As we'll see, Haas, well, he's decided to just go for one last attack, so uThermal doesn't even have to wait, go across the map. He'll just wait for Haas to come to him, as these Adepts already starting to attack in towards these siege tanks here. They're going to commit up the high ground, and, well, there's just so many tanks. The Marines stim in as well. I mean, the Phoenix are very late to the party. GG is called. uThermal takes the 2-0, and we'll